The recent KVK event took place a few days ago, and Kingdom 276, where Kenpachi lives peacefully, would once again rise up in arms to face this challenge. The problem was that they couldn't leave their alliances due to the rewards for the end of the SOW season, so Kenpachi and his companions would have to play separately. On this occasion, from the very beginning, the main antagonist would be Drakonjan of the Rod Alliance, and it could be said that he was a player far above the level of Kenpachi and his friends. Arthur Ion, perhaps the only one in 276 at that level, had previously warned that due to real-life issues, he wouldn't be able to be as active in this KVK, as would most of our friends. Therefore, it would be very difficult to win in direct combat against such a player without the presence of our main rally leader, and considering the other absences. Even so, Kenpachi and his friends would try to see how far they could go and would give their best performance. From the very moment the KVK began, Kingdom 312 would make its moves, Drakonjan in 276 while the Arm Alliance in 312 would take the castles. Kenpachi then set out after taking some time to analyze the situation and assess his options, as he needed to avoid direct confrontations with Drakonjan. After filling their hospital in what would be an unnecessary hit, the garrison of troops defending King's Landing in Kingdom 312 would disband, allowing Kenpachi and his friends to find several targets and carry out several attacks. For a few brief moments, you can hear the sounds of intense battles, cavalry riding at full speed, legendary swordsmen dueling on the battlefield, dragons soaring above the battlefields, commanders giving orders, and the clash of swords between infantry troops. Even after several favorable blows, Kingdom 312 remained in the lead, as the largest active player, Drakonjan, was simultaneously located in several great cities of Kingdom 276. Kenpachi's response to this was a game of cat and mouse. If he jumped to where Kenpachi was, Kenpachi would jump to the other realm, giving him the chance to stay away from Drakonjan for 30 minutes and take the major cities without the worry of having to face him. Even after Brissy and Uriel went to sleep, I risked staying alone and continued the strategy for several hours, evading Drakonjan on several occasions and keeping the gap not too wide, but it wasn't enough. I was alone. You could say the strategy was working, even when someone like Drakonjan put a price on your head. Upon waking the next day, I was surprised to find that a difference of just over 100 million points had grown so much that we were now losing by 1 billion points. Arthur Ion then appeared for a very brief moment and tried to do something crazy, very typical of him. The situation was this: Drakonjan was in several great cities at once, and his castle was near King's Landing. We would stage a fake attack from an elevated position and block him to draw his attention and prevent him from moving while Arthur Ion attacked his marches. Although they didn't have a lord, they were strong enough that only Arthur Ion could hit them. And it worked, not just once, but twice. This KVK would mark a turning point for Kenpachi. Some of his friends, due to personal reasons, could no longer dedicate enough time to the game, and understanding the demands of participating in battles for the kingdom, decided to leave the kingdom. The KVK was somewhat boring, yes, but knowing the kingdom's limited participation, Kenpachi couldn't do it alone and saw no point in risking too much, despite it being a KVK that would return 80% of the lost troops. Clearly, for Kenpachi and his friends, changes were needed. They were all a bit displeased with the recent results in an event they all enjoyed.